standard phrase that everybody uses is like, let's keep in touch, let's meet over coffee.
Coffee is the standard. If you want to continue the relationship,
it's the engine of this place, of the Bay Area.
The coffee is the engine, probably, yeah. I'm Alessandro.
And I'm Edoardo.
This is Unraveling the Bay Area.
Here we go. Back again.
Back again.
Another day, another episode.
Actually, we are receiving, let's say, a good amount of interest. Let's say in this product, so we can continue.
Thank you for your support, for your comments and everything, your messages. We got a lot of questions actually about we were talking about the events we mentioned about stuff like this in the previous episodes. So we wanted to talk more. Talk about a bit about these events and how does it work here.
Because people told us, but what it really is.
How do you network? People were asking me, how do you network? You were talking about networking, and people, when you always say this word when talking about the Silicon Valley, especially. So how does it work here?
So basically,
how do you do it?
I would say that.
So tell me about when you first came here. Did you know anybody? Did you not? How did you start to meet people?
We can start from that one, because I read a lot and they told me the same, but the reality is that you need to speak and be, let's say, your own entrepreneur. So you need to get in contact with people firstly, because otherwise, I came here and I literally didn't know anyone. And so I came here and said, so now I need to start somewhere. And so I reach out to people through platform on LinkedIn or Twitter. And I knew a friend here.
Okay.
So I tried also to speak a little bit with her. But then the next day she left. And so I arrived, I met, and then she left. So it was kind of
rude. Very rude.
Nobody was on vacation, on holiday, and so that was the thing. So I started to networking. But the reality here is that there are some platforms actually that makes the difference. I think, apart from Eventbrite, which is like the standard, I would say, we have a lot of that.
Don't talk bad about Eventbrite.
No, I would talk bad, because actually I hate it. I think it's like the worst.
I don't hate it.
I know.
For a few reasons.
Tell me more about it.
When I first got here, actually all my Italian, some of my best friends here in the US in general, the Italian best friends that I have here, I met them. Everything started thanks to two platforms, actually. One is Eventbrite. But right before Eventbrite, thanks to Bumble, but not the way you think about it. So Bumble has two options. Three options. There is the option for dating. So you're looking to date and to look for girls or whatever. Then there is the best friend, find your best friend. So you can swipe left and right to find your BFF.
So it's like find your co-founder right now.
No, the third option is job, like networking. I'm not kidding. You can change in the settings of Bumble and look for. I was there and I saw this Italian dude. I started talking. I connected with him. I started talking, and then he sent me a link to an Eventbrite event. That was happening a couple of days after. And I went there, and there were all these Italian founders from who either live in the US and Italy and were there for a couple of months. And I met there a lot of friends, people I now have pretty interesting and quite meaningful relationships with as well. With some of them, I even I was even doing my internship in January. So Scout It, shout out to Scout It. We'll link it in the video below.
Did he pay a sponsorship or?
No, they're just good friends of mine. But it's super cool. So I actually really like Eventbrite, and also a lot of events are still down there.
Yeah, no, it's true.
But tell me why you don't like it, and which platforms you prefer, actually.
Yeah, no, actually that's the thing. I mean, yeah, also right now I'm starting to find, let's say, a different product or different service about that. But right now the thing is that on Eventbrite I think there's a lot of events, but probably too much. Right now here, if you want to go to a networking events, I mean, not just for startup. I mean, right now we can speak for all the events.
Yeah.
You have Eventbrite, and then there's like Meetup. I think Meetup is really good. And Luma, I think, is very good for tech events specifically.
Oh, absolutely.
And then there is like the general one, which I like it the most probably, which is Partyful.
Oh, you said it.
Yeah, I said it. I think that customer experience in this is all. I mean, on Partyful, what I like the most on Partyful, for
those
example,
are to organize events, not networking.
Yeah, no, yeah, it's
because networking, for example, I have a really cool app. It's called Saturday. That you can create communities.
Yeah, but this is basically
people,
for
really
all
cool.
Yeah, we'll speak more about it. So for events, generally, you have this sort of platform. Then, if you want to network, there are some more specific. If you want to go to tech events, there's like other more specific.
Then there are also Halo, where you can find
for community.
Yeah, with also like running communities or things like that. There is always the same old Facebook groups. I don't know who still use that.
But yeah, these are the main ones.
Actually, I need to say this. There is a friend of mine who is developing a great app to beat and take over the event space app. It's called Air Plaza.
Hopefully.
Air Plaza.
You are trying to market
Plaza.
Thanks.
Air Plaza.
We'll see. But
use it, guys. It's super cool. You should use it.
Yeah, I downloaded it actually.
But you also have to use it, not just download it.
Yeah, it's true. But no, I think what I like the most is that it's very friendly from a user perspective.
Partyful?
Yeah, exactly. And you just need to
you don't need to download it. You can use it online.
Just with your phone number. That here is like basically your sort of ID. You can just download it and subscribe to event. And over there is like you will start to build your own profile, your community, and actually
you can
for
pay
events.
Also. Or you can ask for money through Venmo or...
Yeah, those kind of things, which is something that actually I think in Europe there's no like a sort of the same product. I don't know if
there is Eventbrite, but...
Yeah, but it's not the same, you know, it's like...
In Milan, you lived in Milan as well, it's not...
Yeah, no, exactly.
I mean, you can go on Eventbrite and look for it.
Yeah, actually all the events are there, but I think that like
there
company
are no
when... Yeah, but actually, you know, it's not true because there are events. It's just because people don't actually know where to look at. And this is like a problem that I'm trying to solve.
It's not embedded in people's mind, I think. When it was in Spain or in France, same thing. People would not use it, would not have this big events or...
I don't know.
I think it's a different mindset.
Yeah,
here,
that's
the networking.
For sure.
I mean, here people live to network. You literally network when you're standing in line to enter a club on a Saturday night.
Yeah.
You're like, you see people with LinkedIn in their hand saying, "Hey, do you want to connect?" And you're like, "Man, I just want to get in and dance."
Yeah, no, exactly. It's like maybe sometimes a little too much, but basically this is the thing. Here people like to talk to each other and discover others, and they are open in learning, understanding what the other person can actually do in their life. And
tell me the truth.
Yeah.
Why
Go.
do you actually like to go to events?
So basically,
Apart from
well,
meeting
that's
people, I mean,
okay.
meeting people, yeah, you
So
can always meet interesting people, make some friends,
yeah,
or
I think this is the crucial part. I think, but I'm not kidding. I mean, people go to events. Yeah, it's free for sure. A lot of, I mean, depends. But
there
there
are
are a
to
lot
pay
of
for,
events
yeah.
who are free to go in because people want to develop community. That's the thing. People are trying to attract particular type of people because then it depends. I think that right now is becoming like very niche for some markets. Like I'm seeing a lot of AI events, a lot of fintech events, a lot
Yeah.
of there are some, and so you know when people like organize events, both from companies and from individuals, people wants to grow and wants people to talk to each other from specific industry, and it's inside of this concept that people develop their own idea, like yeah, like the hackathon, for example, of these
Yeah,
days we made.
yeah,
Over there were just people interested in developing AI stuff, and over there you can get known a lot of people and you start building. So
I
I
mean,
think that's the
there are
thing.
people, yeah, even these hackathons that are a thing, even in other part of country of the U.S. or in other countries as well. But here are really happening almost every day. Anywhere you can find hackathons
Yeah.
organized by either accelerators or private people or whatever
Or companies, because like
companies.
companies like they want people there continue to develop product, and
Yeah.
you know it's from all the events you can learn something in a way.
Oh, for sure. But what it was interesting for me was to see people who came from out of town
Yeah.
just to
For
participate in this hackathon, and I was like, okay, that is some serious commitment. You can also win money, so people do that. There are actually people
yeah.
who have adopted it as their business model, let's say.
Yeah.
They don't have an actual job or maybe
But they
have a
don't know
part-time one.
they know how to build product and
So
how to
yeah,
win, let's say.
they
Here
just go
they have,
there and build this product and
yeah,
win.
and probably will become the next huge trend. But yeah,
Instead of gig
that's
working, hackathoning,
yeah. But so which yeah,
but
hackathon.
also
But what is the main?
also the event, you always get so much food. Always the
Yeah,
same one, always same food, but it's free.
it's true. Yeah, that's the thing.
And
But
for
you know, I
struggling
think it's
founders, come on.
yeah. I think it's like very. It's like attraction. You know, when you start to give people free food and free drinks, they are. I mean, it's bad from a standpoint of view, but on the other end, it's like probably the best reason why people actually want to go inside of
Yeah, because even
these
people
events.
who got money here, they still like free.
Yeah, I know exactly, and that's the thing. I mean, yeah, I'm thinking to it right now. But when you, it's good to talk to each other. I mean, because for sure networking takes effort and time.
Yes.
Because for sure it's not easy. I mean, I thought was like more difficult, but actually it's not. Like after 1 2 hours of networking, I'm literally just want to go to bed because it's stressful, you know, and you need to talk a lot, and all the time you have to pitch your idea, let's say, present yourself, why you came here, how long have you been here for, and
I think
all the
more than
time is
idea, you constantly need to like pitch and sell yourself more than your idea because you might not have an idea right now. You might just be exploring, but still you need to talk about yourself and make yourself and other people interesting.
yeah.
But
Yeah, which is something that I didn't know how to,
I mean,
but I
people
learned.
don't usually grow like in the US in general, I know this is kind of embedded in their culture, like to talk about themselves, sell themselves, also because even like to get into a school or whatever, you need to have to write. You need to have recommendation letters. You need to write your essays talking about yourself. Like usually around the world is not doesn't work that way. People do not feel comfortable talking about themselves, especially like trying to talk in a really good way about themselves. It's usually perceived as bragging.
But yeah,
I mean, ever since coming here, it took me a really long time. I mean, for the I think probably 6-7 months it took me to be able to start talking about me in a almost nice way. Still having trouble doing that,
but it's good to learn. That's the thing. I mean, it takes time. It's not simple, that's for sure. But after a while, you get used to, and you know how to better present yourself. Even if you probably never.
If you want a suggestion for networking when you go to the next networking event, keep in mind the 5 or you can make it either 5 or 10 minute rule.
Okay, I'm curious.
Like you want to meet as many people as possible and try to find the most
interesting, maybe?
Yeah, interesting, and sorry for this, but the most useful ones almost.
That's very rude.
It's everybody is always looking for someone useful. Useful might be because they might turn out to know somebody that they can introduce to you, or they can help you in some ways, or.
But I think that's true.
Talk to somebody and do 2 things. If you see that you can't really get anything from it, like a friendship, it might be useful to meet somebody to have a new friend.
That's for sure.
That is still I still put it in the category of usefulness. But still, if you realize it right away, just move on to the next person.
But in fact,
never talk more than 10 minutes to the same person.
10 minutes?
Even
10
less.
minutes. It's
I think
too
it's
much.
like 5 minutes at the most. 5 minutes and move on.
That's true. But I mean, I didn't know this stuff, but it's actually true. I totally agree with you, because like in events, there are like small events, niche events, big events, like the one of yesterday. And I mean, you need to select, to be brave, to select the people to go randomly, because initially you don't know it. But after a while, you I don't know. It's like now I can move better, let's say, in this stuff. But it's something that I've never tried, and actually, it's an experience, you know. I mean, not for the resume, but actually. Knowing how to networking is
absolutely
like,
well. It is a skill that you can sell also to like potential employers if you're looking for, because you're like I really know how to connect with people, how to deal in situations, in public situations, or
which
like
at the end is like what
doing business development, sales.
Because like at the end a company wants customer, and so if you know how to speak with customer. And they pay, it's done.
But also, I actually think that food and drinks, I mean, you don't have to become a drunk, but
but people,
no, I think like at these events, if you have a glass of wine, a beer, or something in your hand, it's easier to connect with people. If you're because it takes the level. Down, it becomes much less formal.
More friendly, and that's
it's like instead of going out to dinner with a friend, it's kind of like you are putting everybody at friend level.
Exactly.
So it makes
there might be
easier.
people who are VC, they did an exit from their startup.
But you're both there with your
Yeah,
wine,
exactly.
beer in one hand,
Yeah.
pizza in the other.
And actually they are interested in you. I mean, that's the thing. I mean, I am no one here. I just arrived, but that's the thing. I mean, people are still interested in knowing a lot more in you, and actually people are really interested because the next day they try to reach out, and they
Also,
because
yeah.
then you start I think that in that event you start to build the relationship,
Yes.
and then it's up to you in deciding whether you want to continue or not.
That is something else that I learned ever since coming here. You meet somebody either like the same day or the day after, send them right away a message, either on normal messages, WhatsApp, or if you connected on LinkedIn, send them a message saying like, it was great meeting you at that
This
event.
yeah. Because people
Let's keep in contact. Let's
Yeah.
catch up over coffee or.
because people actually don't immediately remember who they speak with, because
But it's also useful for you because that way, if you have, okay, I met this person at this event, okay, I remember what it was, okay, it helps at both parties.
sides, yeah. And also this other process, I mean, events start there. You met a lot of people. How many people do you think you can meet? I mean, for a standard event of 2 hours, let's say, how many contacts do you think is the standard you can reach in speaking with?
I think like getting talking to people a lot, but getting their contacts and connecting with them.
Okay.
So they have to be like people who like quote
Have some
unquote
interest,
match with
yeah.
you. I would say at least 10 people. 10
Then
people
I would say more actually.
in 2 hours.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if it's. I mean, I'm a little bit. I mean, I learn a
You
lot.
connect with everybody.
No, but the
You
thing
connect with
is,
the bartender as well.
No, bartenders no, because actually, yeah, they are not useful, as you say. But no, I'm
Don't
very,
don't ever underestimate
it's true.
bartenders.
But no, I literally have
I love
a list,
bartenders.
with all the networking and events party I was,
Uh-huh.
and it takes time in building that, but it's very useful because I think that
So you have your personal what is
my
that,
personal
CRM?
exactly. I think
What
it's
do you
very
use?
useful. Notion. I
There you go.
But it takes time, as I was saying. I mean, but it's useful because then you know where did you meet you, and they know
What they do, where
what
they
they
live,
do. Yeah,
or yeah.
yeah, and that's the thing because like the connection start on the event. You connect through LinkedIn,
Yeah.
Instagram. What? Yeah, this is another part. I
Also,
mean, which
here-
is the thing the application you think is like they are using? We are using
LinkedIn, and learn about the QR code on LinkedIn to connect rapidly.
Oh, that's another thing. I mean, I came here in the
You had no
one
idea
of
about the QR codes.
No, I knew about that. That's the thing. I mean, I think I was more technological than a lot of people here, which is strange, but that's the reality. I mean, I came here and I saw people with business cards.
Oh no! Don't talk bad about
Because
business
you
cards.
have it.
I don't have it, but here actually people use business cards a lot still, especially because a lot of people here they might work or are from Japan and or other Asian countries where the culture
is different.
regarding business cards is very strong. I mean, Japan, for example, those are also things I learned when I got here. For example, if a Japanese person gives you a business card, they always give it to you like holding it with two hands.
Okay.
And they give it to you.
It's like a gift.
And the way they give it to you, basically, you can read it right away. so they turn it so
Yeah,
that
they're very
you and you have
precise.
to take, but also like the way you take the business cards
Okay,
is
it
really
matter.
important because
Okay.
otherwise it's disrespectful. For example, you have to
I
take
didn't know
it
that.
with two hands as well. Look at it, scan it very well, and read everything there is on there.
Okay.
Thank them if you want to do a not like a bow, but thank you, something like that, and then put it away. That is something actually
You
super
know, this
important.
podcast, we learn a lot, even from both of us. I didn't know this.
I told
But
you, I'm becoming a networking master.
I don't know. I mean, still, I think that with business cards, you lost in some way the
Absolutely.
thing because it's more like with LinkedIn, for example, is more efficient, I would say. But
Scan better.
also LinkedIn right now, I saw a lot of guys who are trying to develop like their own platform to connect with each other because LinkedIn is, I mean, is the most important one maybe in the, let's say, work environment. But on the other hand,
It doesn't help you keep
yeah,
track of your
yeah, because there are a
connections.
lot of people there, and yeah, it's a little bit noisy, I would
And
say.
also, it's becoming people started to use it as a dating app almost.
Yeah, more or less,
So,
yeah. People get it crazy because you don't even talk, and you arrive with the QR code. Oh, yeah, let's connect. But yeah, that's the thing.
yeah, no, mm, I learned a lot actually doing this stuff. But also like coffee, like you were talking about
Yeah, no, we
keeping contact, like keeping in
exactly.
contact.
Yeah,
And I
what?
said
Yeah,
something standard phrase that everybody uses it is like, let's keep in touch, let's meet over coffee.
yeah.
Um, that
Coffee is the standard. If you want to continue the
is the
relationship,
engine of this place of
yeah,
the Bay Area.
the
Like,
coffee is the engine, probably. Yeah,
I mean, here we have Starbucks. I mean,
yeah,
Starbucks wasn't invented here, but the founders of Starbucks actually they they attended, like, I think 1 or 2 years. They attended USF, University of San Francisco.
okay,
So they started somewhere around here. Now we have Blue Bottle Coffee. We
yeah,
have
Pete's,
Equator, Pete's, Phil's.
yeah,
There are so many even tech-enabled coffee places.
yeah,
Yeah, tech-enabled, tech
yeah.
everywhere.
Because yeah,
Tech
that's the
trash,
thing.
trash
Because
can.
so the process is this one, I would say. You go to events, you meet cool people, you want to continue the relationship, and so you connect, and then after that, you would, if you are interested, you would say, let's meet for a coffee, and then if you on both sides are interested, you go drinking somewhere the
But
thing.
a lot of
But what do
people
you do there?
keep meeting over coffee, or even just send a message randomly to somebody on LinkedIn
Yeah.
and say, "Hey, I'd like to talk to you about this. Would you have some time? If you have like 15 minutes, these or next week, I'd love to
Talk more.
talk more.
Yeah.
Let's grab a coffee and talk and chat a bit."
Yeah, that's yeah, and they are really interested because
Yeah.
they want to continue the relationship
And,
with you.
and also, as we said in the first episode, if I remember correctly, it was a while back, but
Yeah, but
so the what the like paying it forward and
yeah,
like networking is really important, but people also try to help each other out
Yeah.
continuously.
yeah,
I met a lot of people who now are managers at companies, at big
the big
companies,
tech, yeah,
and they, like, you just text them, even if you never met them, you text them on LinkedIn and ask them to grab a coffee and
Yeah.
talk a bit, and they're like, yeah, sure, I don't have a lot of time, but let's meet. I want to
Yeah.
help you.
yeah.
People here,
Are open
yes,
to yeah, they want to help you, and I think that I'm the same right now. I mean, initially it was difficult because for sure when you arrive and you don't know anything, you can't pretend to help a lot other people.
Yeah.
But after a while, you know how everything is working, and you know people, and so you try to be open. You invite people to co-working space, those kind of things, and over there you learn a lot, and you meet other people.
Yeah, no, definitely.
And that's the thing.
I mean, that is also part of the reason why we started this, to help people. I mean, I've always loved to. I actually always loved to help people. Like before coming here, even I had always researched universities, American universities, and how it works to come and study here. A lot of people outside of the U.S. don't even know how it works. Since I had always looked into it, whenever I was talking to friends or people I met in general, who were not from the US, I would try and help them and say like, hey, you know that you can actually go there, but you have to do this, this and that.
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, when you read, it's good. You get a lot of useful information, but the reality is that when you have like conversation like this, like something entering your mind, and through podcast, I mean, that's also the reason why we decided to specifically start this podcast.
Yeah, to help whoever is not here in the Bay Area.
Yeah.
Because let's not kid ourselves. Even people in the US,
No,
but
they don't know anything.
like
Actually,
people in the
about
US
this.
who do not live here. You might come from the Midwest or even from Florida or Boston, or I mean maybe in bigger hubs like Boston or New York might be.
Yeah.
But still, it's very different, this place, and until you come here, you don't really understand how it works, the speed it moves at. I mean, here you might go to get a coffee at Starbucks, at the Starbucks near your house, and you might meet in line the CEO of, I don't know, Figma or whatever it is.
Yeah, they are here, so it's
They talk.
They talk. But actually, I would say actually I don't know. I mean, you will know more about it. But right now, let's say I know how here is working. I don't know actually the other places what is happening over there. I mean, I would say okay, the startup ecosystem in Texas is growing a lot. Do you think it's the same like here for networking stuff, or do you think, because I think that probably it's also different over there. People are like here, they are very open, but I know that in other country, in other places, they are not so much welcoming in terms of friendliness, those kind of things. So I think it's like this is like very important also to know.
Yeah, definitely.
If there are other people, we can launch this thing. I mean, if other people know.
You want to join us? We might also have a Zoom call or and do a Zoom episode with you guys.
I don't know if I would say so, but yeah, I mean, this is like we have our setup is perfect. But
yeah,
we'll see.
We'll see.
But yeah, if you have any,
please let us know also like
happening,
what is going on in other parts of the world, and I mean I have no idea how in China they work.
Yeah.
Do they meet over fried rice or I don't know?
I have no idea. I don't want to. Yeah, this
over
is
tea. I don't know. Like in England, they might meet over tea, or in Spain, or with a churro.
But I would be curious actually. Yeah.
What about a vodka in Russia? Instead of coffee.
I don't know. But yeah, that's the thing, and
that is so interesting to me about. No, I mean.
But what next? I mean, this is networking. Okay, we arrive at the coffee.
Yeah.
And then what happened next?
Next,
because I think that's
you gotta keep contacts with them. You gotta keep trying to meet or text every so often. Never let the relationship die, and you can either like build a mentoring relationship. You can, I don't know. It depends also on your goal. Like, are you looking for a job? You might get coffee with somebody to talk more about a position they might be at, and you would like to get as well. Therefore, like you go over coffee, you talk, and then you're like, hey, I don't know if you know somebody, can I send you my resume? Can you help me out? Or I don't know, you're a founder, and you're looking for suggestions. So you might meet with somebody who either a founder who's gone through the entire process before, or with some investors, and try to get them to be almost like your mentors, give you advice, and so keep
which is nice,
them.
yeah.
And also remember, this is super important. When you network with people in general, you never have to expect, like, you don't want to take. You have to get in the conversation.
If you just
with the
listen.
mindset, with the mindset of, okay, what can I give him or her? Like, how can I be useful to them? It could be, I don't know, even like you're talking and or you know that this person likes food, and you're like, hey, I just tried this new place in town. I think if you've never been there, I think you should go. If you want, we can go together, or you can go there and let me know. Like, try to give them something, and then you can maybe not even ask for it. It will come naturally.
And
People
but
want to help.
The other thing is that they want to help, and even if it's like a short relationship, you probably just met once, but then after you know each other and you remember the relationship, the contact, it could be helpful for all of your life, because here people just arrive and leave, because that's the thing. I mean, people came and they go, like, from month to month. I think I spoke with a lot of people, and half of them are left, and that's the thing. And they can return somehow in the future, and because they don't care. I mean, that's the other part. I mean, in Europe we are more close to each other. Let's say we will try to keep the relationship more stable in a way. And after a while that we don't meet each other, it's gone in some way. Here, their mindset is a little bit different also in this way.
Here, because something that I think is true is, like, here they're not friends. They are friendly. Like, in other parts of the world, like where we come from, we are, or in Europe in general, we value a lot, like, friendship. But friendship is not something
it's a
easy
relative,
to get.
it's a relative concept. I mean, for me, you can be my friend, but for you, probably I am not.
You're not my friend.
But that's the thing.
But here they don't. I don't feel like here they make a lot of friends.
No.
They know a lot of people, and they are really like, here you might meet somebody and you start acting like you're best friends after 5 minutes you met, but then you don't have a relationship with them. Like, you're like message, and as we were saying, like, network or things like that. But to actually make a friend here, I think it's
hard.
Really hard.
And
I don't even
from
know
an
they
Italian
know it. They want it.
Yeah, no, from an Italian perspective, it's very...
For us, friendships and family are like... I mean, you meet a friend, when you have a friend, you don't want to let go. And if you do, as you were saying, like, here, if two person don't talk to each other for a while, okay, still friendly.
Yeah, yeah.
In Italy, if you don't talk to your friends or
For 2 days, it's gone.
it's like, man, what are you? You're dead to me.
No, yeah, and coming to the last part, I think that finally the goal is like having your own team, let's say, through which you can. I mean, depends for sure on the job you are looking for, the job you are doing. But if you want to build your own startup or your own personal project, it's good to start somewhere and build the relationship from there, because when you will have your own team, you can trust more people, and with that you can grow a lot more.
But your team, like, do you mean like just from a founder's perspective, or because something that I know people do a lot here, and they might not do it everywhere else, is to be like their own advisors, let's say, but not advisors for their startup.
Yeah.
The
Okay,
advisors of themselves, because here there is a really cool concept I learned about that is the startup of you.
Okay.
Basically, everybody has to think about themselves as a startup, and you need to market yourself, pitch yourself to people, but also you need to keep improving yourself through iterations or projects or things like that. So how do you do that? You need, like, for as smart as somebody can be, you always need some external feedback or some guidance
it's
from
always,
people.
yeah, you can learn, you can always learn from other people. That's the key. I mean,
So
even
the
if
team,
you
I think,
are,
could be also like advisors.
yeah, not sure, but
For
still,
you,
that's,
like,
yeah, that's the problem. I mean, if you wanna, I mean, it's good to be open and connect with people, but at the end of the day, what is really important to you is like really understand who can you trust the most. So in this way, I would say your team. I mean, you need to have your own surrounding, let's say, those people
okay, so
you
you're
can count a little. And so from a startup perspective, it's good to have your own team in a way that you will,
yeah, sure,
yeah,
but
you have to find your co-founder, your tech guy, your software engineer, I mean, your own team. This is from the startup perspective. On the other side, it's good to have advisor in this way. Those
the,
people
the,
who
the
are,
advisor don't have to be like your friends though, because
yeah, no, other
otherwise they're
people.
biased,
Yeah, that's for sure. Yeah, that's for
and we
sure.
don't like biases.
Yeah, no. And it's good also to have different opinion
Absolutely.
between each other, because I mean, yeah, sometimes we don't have the same ideas, and that's probably the thing that
But
let
yeah,
the relationship grow in a way.
that I
And
think is also part of this great of this place of the Bay Area, because there is such a mix of cultures, of
Yeah.
backgrounds, that that is also, I mean, even in companies, when they want to foster innovation, they always try to mix together teams
Different
from
teams,
different
yeah.
different teams from, you know, technical guys with non-technical guys, to get different perspectives. And this place, I think, is something that is done really, really well. Here you can find, you have designers, you have business people, tech,
PMs, yeah.
anything at all. And like there is always this contamination between each other.
Yeah.
So definitely having different perspectives
Yeah, it's
help is hugely, immensely beneficial
Yeah.
to everybody.
Totally agree.
All right. And on this note, I
Nice.
think we can end
Yeah,
this
we
episode.
can. Yeah, we can end
Right.
it. And yeah, so guys, if you have any other questions, suggestions, we are open, as we said, and as we said in this episode. And please subscribe to the channel. We will love
Like.
it. And
Like,
if they like
notification
it.
bell. No, even if they don't.
no, it's good to have like negative feedback.
Yeah, but still put the like and then leave us a negative feedback.
We'll see. We'll see how it goes. All right, guys.
Follow
See you.
us for more.
See you.